just a quick heads up. I just kind of want to just tell you guys, there's people who live with me. There's a family. That's why you guys hear a lot of noises in the background. Just understand that I live with a family. There's nothing I can do about that. They usually stay up. They do things. They want to eat. They want to make a lot of noise. I don't want to go out there and tell them to be quiet just for a video, for a crappy video that I'm gonna make. So just keep that in mind. So this woman goes viral because she likes Andrew Tate. And of course it goes viral because not a lot of women agree with Tate. She has a couple of things she wants to say, so we're gonna go ahead and play a couple of her points because I kind of want to discuss them.
You see those videos all the time where someone has a microphone. It's some guy. He goes up to a lady on the college campus or the street. He's got the mic and he says to her, "Hello, have you heard of Andrew Tate?" And the lady goes, "Yeah." And then the guy's like, "What do you think of him?" She's like, "I don't like him." And then he's like, "Why?" She's like, "He's just misogynistic. Of course I don't like him." And then the guy's like, "Do you know what that means?" She's like, "No."
So this is the first point I want to talk about. Andrew Tate, I felt like he allowed the narrative, a terrible narrative, to dominate the headlines. Is he really a misogynist? Well, that's for the people to make up their minds on whether he is or not. But even still, he was stating his truths in ways that would rile up his folks. Like, for instance, he would say stuff like, women are terrible drivers.
So you don't think that men are overall better drivers than women?
No.
So when you see the worst parking you've ever seen in your life, you don't think it's more likely to be a female? It's just as equally likely to be a man in your view.
Crazy, bro.
When I see it,
and that's all based on his own biases, and he even acknowledges that as well. He also said that men are smarter than women.
Well, it's been proven that the smartest people in the world are men.
See, that's
But
I think where
that's been
women
proven.
is some issues.
That's
Proven how?
been proven.
By
That's
who?
been proven.
How?
Read the study. It's more likely men are out there.
What study?
Google it.
What are you yelling?
I Googled, are men smarter than women? And literally every single study says there's no difference.
Now, the thing is that with intelligence, it's very, very difficult to really hone in on that whole subject, because intelligence it's a very complex topic. And what he's stating there, I've read about it, and it seems like that was a hypothesis that was pretty strong at one point. However, there was contradicting evidence. They even suggested that even women were probably even smarter, that women had a better ability of discerning shapes and colors. But ultimately, all of that was just contradicted by newer evidence, by more refreshed evidence. And the last thing is that men should be able to sleep with any woman they want.
So how
Now,
do those four girls accept just to be with you? Do those other girls sleep with other people or talk
Absolutely not. That's cheating, bro. A woman can't do that. That's cheating. It's fine if I do. I'm a man. If a woman sleeps with multiple people, that's cheating. That's absolutely unacceptable on every level. That's unacceptable. And anyone's going to sit here and say, oh, it is acceptable. No, it isn't. Men and women are not the same. We've never been the same. This new idea that men and women are the same is complete garbage that's been invented.
Even Fresh and Fit, they utter this idea as well. And the whole idea behind it is that oxytocin, which is released, which by the way is also a hormone that is poorly understood. Apparently this hormone makes women fall in love a lot easier than men do, because women release it during intercourse or coitus. I don't know, like I said, it's poorly understood, and more research has to be done to finally draw home a conclusion.
My opinion on Andrew Tate, whenever I first started watching his videos, I pretty much liked everything that he said because it's very reasonable. But I didn't like, and it kind of made me feel insecure, and that's why I didn't like it. I don't like how he has multiple different women. I wouldn't want that personally. And then I realized, like, he doesn't have someone who's valuable enough probably, or he doesn't have enough of a reason to have one female. I believe that if you're a high value enough woman and you are with a high value man, if you show him the value that you give him and you say, you know, like, it takes a special kind of woman. Like, you can't just be a hoe basically, or wanting all the nice things in life and be like, you need to stay loyal to me. I deserve, no, you can't, why can't I go do that? Why can't I go sleep with as many men as I want? And, you can't say that. It just doesn't make any sense because men and women are different. But it made me feel insecure because I was like, I don't want my husband to see that content and to get the idea in his head that that's something that he should do, because no woman wants to share.
I definitely agree with this. I feel like this is rhetoric that can definitely fall into a man's ears, and they'll end up thinking to it, they'll reflect on it and think to themselves like, you know what, this actually sounds like something that I can do. It sounds like a good idea, and they might even want to emulate that lifestyle. So this is why I tell you guys to be careful with what you listen to online, because you become what you listen to. If you listen to the red pill community and you're a guy, you're gonna feel good about it, but understand that you're gonna end up becoming just as hateful and just as, well, I wouldn't say that they're hateful, I would say that they become hopeless. They become hopeless, and you don't want to become hopeless, especially in a world where things need to move on and you have to be motivated to work. You don't want to become hopeless. And then women, if you listen to the red pill community, then you guys start to feel shame for about yourself, shame of being a woman. I tell you, just be careful with what you guys listen to. And of course, like, she has every right to feel insecure about that. Just make sure that if you're gonna go into it, you go into it with your husband, because she's married. Go into it with your husband. Make sure that you guys understand what's going on and you guys talk about it. Remember, communication is big, so I think that's something that is definitely needed if you guys are gonna go into a realm like this, because this realm can really mess up somebody if they don't know how to interpret the information.
But that was really the only issue that I had with him. I think a lot of his points are genuinely beneficial to individuals regardless of their gender.
Yeah, of course. You could apply Andrew Tate's way of living to yourself. He likes to wake up every day in the morning. He likes to get things done, disciplining yourself, working out. He works out even when he's sick. You could do that. You don't need to be a multimillionaire just to go wake up and work out even when you're not sick, you know. That totally depends on you. It's your life. You can decide how you want to cater your life to, and of course, everybody has their own pace. Ultimately, what do I think about Tate? Well, honestly, I think Tate is very intelligent. I think Tate is a successful man and he lives what he preaches. However, one of the things is that he just has to be much more careful with the way he phrases things, because a lot of what I showed you guys, he could have rephrased that differently and they wouldn't have gone viral the way they did. But then again, Andrew Tate would have never been here because he would have never made inflammatory statements. Once he did though, he ended up skyrocketing to becoming one of the most searched men probably during that time when he was online. And you could tell that Tate, he cares about people. I don't know if he cares about everybody, but I know he cares about his fellow people, the people around him. He even ended up coming on to Aiden's stream to talk about him, to give him the talk, because apparently Aiden couldn't move on from his girlfriend.
Consuming casual narcotics. When's the last time you donated money to anybody, Aiden? When's the last time you helped somebody?
What the fuck? I mean, I don't know.
You don't help anyone. No, you don't help anyone but the fucking local drug dealer. When's the last time you went to church?
I'm Jewish.
Whatever. You haven't done anything of note since I've seen you. I was trying to do you a favor here, because you know what? As an extremely experienced man, what I have is flawless Hodar. So I can look and instantly tell you. Not only if she's a hoe, but who she's sleeping with now, everything, head to toe. I'm flawless. Okay, so I try and offer you my services.
Stop.
And as usual,
yelling at me, dude.
You're
Seriously.
rude.
I just kind of wanted to just talk about that. I thought that was pretty interesting how this woman ended up going viral because she likes Andrew Tate.